everyone. Hello, I hope you can hear me. Welcome to the Emerging Black Women Entrepreneurs community. And today I wanted to go live and just share some tips and thoughts that I thought might be helpful for you if you are an emerging Black women entrepreneur. I'm doing this live from my guest bedroom, so excuse the lighting. It's not all that great. But hey, that's one of the things that I've learned in my years of being an entrepreneur off and on is that it doesn't always have to be perfect, right? A lot of times we hinder ourselves because we're waiting on perfection. We're waiting on the perfect moment or the perfect scenario, the perfect set of circumstances, the perfect time, the perfect day, the perfect year, right? The perfect season in our lives. And that's not how life works. And that's certainly not how your business is going to work. So, we are going to go with this, knowing that as we do more, as we continue, as we are more consistent, that things will begin to look better, things will begin to develop more seamlessly, and it just becomes easier. Just as with anything that you do, the more you do it without focusing on the hiccups, without focusing on it being perfect or succinct. But the more you do it, the more consistent you are, the more successful you will be. So, yes, this is my shirt. I recently returned from Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. My other channel, which I will, I guess, link here, is for women, Black women expats, which is what I am working on towards my journey of relocating from the United States of America. I have several countries that I'm going to be exploring over the next 2 to 5 years. I've given myself that window of time, if you will, to kind of explore while I'm still working my corporate job and building my entrepreneurial aspirations to explore those countries to see where I want to live. Because one thing I have decided is that I do not want to live in the United States anymore. So anyway, the topic of this video is how to start a business when you don't know where to start. And this is for those who have started businesses years ago, and you wanted to, go back to work because maybe you didn't get it off the ground, or you weren't making the money that you wanted to make, or it was just taking too long of a process. You didn't know how to get started, how to grow it once you got it started. And it's also for you if you know that you want to be an entrepreneur, right? You just know that you have that entrepreneurial gene, if you will, in your blood, but you don't know what kind of business you want to start. You just don't know. You have no idea. You just know that you want to be an entrepreneur. And I want to say to that person or to those people listening who you fall on that side of the spectrum, it's okay. It is okay. You don't have to have everything all figured out. But the thing of it is that you have to build on your passion. You have to build on that desire that you have, because that's the seed that will help everything else to grow. So whether you are relaunching or whether you want to launch, but you don't know what or how to launch, this video is for you. So we're going to be talking about the what, the when, the where, the why, and the how. If you can answer these 5 questions within yourself, then you will begin to position yourself to be able to launch your business, relaunch your business, or start from scratch, basically. So let's start with the what. What is it that you want to do? All right, some of you already know what you want to do. Some of you don't know what you want to do. And for those people, this is what I say to you. Look within yourself and start to take a skills assessment or assess the skills that you have. What is it that you're good at? What is it that when you do it, people benefit from? And it doesn't have to be anything that you're getting paid for right now. Or it could be something that you may have an expertise in a certain area. If you've worked like I have in corporate America for any length of time, you have some transferable skills. You have communication skills. You have presentation skills. you have research skills, you have executive assistant skills, you have administrative skills, you have organizational skills, whatever those skills are that you may even be taken for granted, or they may be linked to a job that you just don't want to do, right? Take away the part that you don't want to do the job, and focus on the skills that you have that help you be successful in the job, that are helping you to be successful in that job that you're doing. For example, you may be an executive assistant. You really don't want to be an executive assistant. You want to grow your own business, right? However, because you are an executive assistant right now in your day job, in your corporate job, in that role, you have organizational skills, you have communication skills, you have scheduling skills, you have research skills, you have, um, report writing skills, or whatever you do in your day to day 9 to 5. Separate that from the fact that you don't like your job, and look at that skill as something that you can build upon in terms of building your own empire, right? So that's what I would say to you if you don't know what your what is, right? For those of you who do know what your what is, and you just had to put that on the shelf, years ago, and years have gone by, right? And it's gotten further and further and further in the back pile of history, if you will, of your life, but you want to pick it up off the shelf and start over again. One of the hardest things to do, really, in my opinion, is to relaunch something, because you've lost some momentum, you've lost some opportunities, you've lost some years, but you haven't lost that what, right? You can still do the what. The only thing is that you may have to reshape it, you may have to reconfigure it, you may have to do it differently than you did it before, especially after COVID, right? Um, you might have to rework your why or your what. You may have to rework your what, if you will. And that's okay. It just takes coming up with a new strategy to get further along to make up for that lost time. So determine what your what is. Next, we're going to talk about your why. Why do you want to be an entrepreneur? And it has to be bigger than money, right? Because if it's only about money, then you won't have the gumption to relaunch, right? Because it's going to take a while to build up that momentum again and really start to make some money. So it has to be bigger than financial. Your why. Is it because you want to be able to prove to yourself that you can do it? That's a valid why. Or you want to be able to build something that will sustain your lifestyle after you retire? That's a valid why. Or you want to be able to show that this is something that you're passionate about, and something that you can do without thinking about it, something that you get joy from, whether you get paid for it or not, something that you simply enjoy doing, and it's something that you're passionate about. That's a valid why. So determine what your why is outside of the financial part, and that will be your step two in how to start a business when you don't know where to start. So we talked about the what, we talked about the why. Let's talk about the where to start it. Online is the easiest, uh, most cost effective way to do it, right? If you have a desire to grow a brick and mortar, then that's a separate conversation. I'm talking about people who want to start the easiest, simplest way, and that is simply to get online. You have to put yourself out there. You have to put yourself out there, which goes back to my point when I began this live, is that it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to look immaculate, right? Now, of course, you want to look presentable. You don't want to look like you just rolled up out of bed, right? Which I didn't. I'm in my guest room, to be fair. I didn't. I just rolled up out of bed. But um, you want to do it in a way that's easy for you to do. And the simplest, easiest way to do anything these days is to simply hop online. You can grow your YouTube channel. You can go to LinkedIn. You can go to Facebook. You can go to IG. That would be my suggestion as to the where. So we talked about the what, the why, the where, the when. Now, now's the time. If you're relaunching and you are taking it off the shelf after having sat there for a long time, stop thinking about it. Stop pondering about it. Stop setting a date for in the future to relaunch. Start right now. Start today. While you're watching this video, or at the very least, when the video is over, begin to write down your strategy on how you're going to start, or what you need to do to start, what video you need to make, what social platform you need to put a post on, right? What persons or people or that you need to connect to, what coach do you need, what appointment do you need to set up, who do you need to connect yourself to, right? Make those decisions right now, because procrastination is a killer of time and opportunity. And so when you're talking about uh, relaunching your business or even launching your business, start today. Make that appointment. If you don't know what type of business you want to launch, as I mentioned before, connect with someone, make an appointment with a coach or a consultant or a friend who you can talk to that can help you gain some clarity, because you need to talk to someone objectively and not someone who has a vested interest, because they're going to tell you what you want to hear. Sometimes we don't need to hear what we want to hear. We need to hear what we need to hear, right? In order to get us unstuck so that we can get moving forward. So we talked about the what, the why, the where. Let's talk about the how. How do you do it? How do you do it? The simplest way is to just do it. Remember that old slogan from Nike, or was it Michael Jordan back in the day? Just do it. Just do it. Like I said, give yourself permission to do something, whether it's um, making an appointment to talk to someone, or putting a post on social media, putting a blast out on Facebook or YouTube, putting a video out on YouTube. That's how you do it. You do it by doing it. You do it by doing it. So we talked about the what, the why, the where, the how, and the when. Did we talk about the when? Did we talk about the when? And no, I did not take notes. But the when do you do it? Don't wait for the perfect opportunity. Don't wait for the perfect year. Don't wait until your New Year's resolution coming up. Oh, I'm going to do it January 2025. That's when I'm going to start. I'm going to relaunch my business. I'm going to start my business. I'm going to make an appointment on January. No, now. Time is of the essence, my friends. Time is of the essence. And for those who are relaunching, enough time has already been wasted. And for those of you who are trying to figure out things about what to launch, what you want your business to be or look like, now's the time to start getting clarity around those questions, so that you can be clear about what your focus is going forward. And remember, I said it doesn't have to be perfect. It does not have to be perfect. So what I plan to do and continue to do on this channel is to be available for you. So if you have questions um, or comments, or want some tips or advice, I plan to share those on my channel as an open forum for those, because this is something that I'm passionate about. It's something I've been passionate about for a long time. And I want to see women win. I want to see women win. We are entering into an election cycle as of the taping of this live in the United States of America. We have one more week before this 2024 presidential election is concluded. And I tell you what, I cannot wait until this is over. I have no qualms about it, to let you know that I did early vote, and yes, I did vote for Kamala Harris. I voted for our future president, Kamala Harris. Kamala, got to get it right. It's not Kamala, it's Kamala. Kama with the la. I voted for her. Um, so I don't need anyone here with your rhetoric about why you believe my choice was wrong. I don't care. Um, and at the end of the day, either way, it's going to be, in my opinion, chaotic here in the United States, because literally, I mean, quite literally, half the country, I mean, you could take this whole nation, whole country, split it straight down the middle. You'll have one half for Trump, you'll have the other half for Harris. And so, just by nature of that picture, this country is divided and it's at odds with each other. We're at odds with each other, and that is a sad state of affairs. So, either way, it's going to be chaotic, which is why one of the reasons why, of course, I was planning this even before the election season came along to relocate from the United States. But eventually, I will do that. But either way, it's going to be chaotic here in the United States. And it's going to be so important for us as Black women, especially women of color, Black and brown women of color, and people of color, period, to be very conscious of our surroundings, to be mindful and focused on what it is that we want out of life and out of business, and for ourselves and our families. And the entrepreneurial spirit is alive and well on this channel, in this community. I've been an entrepreneur at heart for more than 20 years. I've had wonderful opportunities to coach individuals and groups on how to gain clarity towards how to set goals and gain clarity in achieving those goals. I've made money doing it. I've worked with, like I said, large groups, small groups, and individuals. I love, 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 love coaching and helping others gain clarity on their goals and their vision for their lives. So, either way, however it lands a week from today, this is Tuesday, um, October 29th. Election day is in exactly 7 days. Hopefully, in 7 days or 8 days or 9 days, we'll know who the next president is. Hopefully, we get this election correct, and hopefully, that will at least put a stop to some of the nonsense that we're seeing in these ads and things like that, and these rallies, and just is I'm over it. I'm just over it. Donald Trump has been running for president literally for a decade, and I'm exhausted, just like I believe many of you are too. But back to the subject at hand. Entrepreneurship has been in my blood. It's been in my heart for a long, long time, and I want to help you. And I want to let you know that you're not in this by yourself. We're all in this together. So stay strong. Be sure to leave your comments at the end of this video in the box down below. If you have questions, if you have suggestions on what types of entrepreneurial videos you want to see, and if you have questions on how you can work with me on an individual basis, or your group can book me as well. So, all right, y'all have a great week. And until next time, God bless, and y'all take good care. Bye.